Bitcoin's price exploded above 100K for the first time in history in a spectacular moment for the entire crypto industry. But that's not all that happened in the past few days. Donald Trump has picked a new chairman for the US Securities and Exchange Commission. Mt. Gox is once again moving billions worth of Bitcoin and much more. So stay tuned to find out more about the important crypto events this week and follow Crypto Potato to stay on top of what's going on in the industry. Now let's dive in. Right off the bat, we have Bitcoin's price surging above 100K, which is undoubtedly the hottest story this week. It took quite a while for the primary cryptocurrency to explode past this mark, as it failed on multiple occasions in the past. Regardless, all of this is behind us and 100K is now a fact. Now, it's worth noting that during the way up, the derivatives market saw over $600 million worth of liquidated positions, the majority of which were long traders. This is interesting because usually it's the other way around. When the prices go up, it's oftentimes short traders that are getting wiped out. That's because the price doesn't go up in a straight line. When there is a big move, it's very common for the price to wick in both directions, causing many to overtrade and to engage in what is usually referred to as catching the knife trading behavior. And that's what we saw this time as well. In the past few hours, the price went down a lot, even dropping to as low as $93,000 on certain derivatives markets in a cascade of liquidations. But let's take a step back and understand why did Bitcoin's price increase in the first place. Well, that brings us to the next important topic. Donald Trump has finally made his choice regarding the next chairman of the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. Now, let's back up a bit here and see why this is a big deal. The SEC, during Biden's administration, spearheaded by the current chairman, Gary Gensler, filed over 100 lawsuits against crypto-focused companies, including market leaders such as Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, and many more. Multiple executives, including that of Ripple, have stated on many occasions that they would have to consider looking for more favorable regulations outside of the country. Even the current SEC commissioners, such as Hester Peirce, for example, have stated that the agency's approach is predatory. Well, this might all come to an end on January 20th, when Trump is inaugurated and the new chairman steps into his position. Trump has selected Paul Atkins for the role, and Atkins used to be a commissioner from 2002 to 2008. And according to Trump, he also recognizes that digital assets and other innovations for that matter are crucial to making America greater than ever before. Next up, you know it wouldn't be a proper crypto week if Michael Saylor didn't announce yet another multi-million or better yet billion-dollar Bitcoin buy. And of course, that's what he did. On Monday, Saylor revealed that MicroStrategy has bought 15,400 Bitcoin worth around 1.5 billion American dollars at an average price of almost $96,000 per coin. With that, the company now holds, and get this, 402,100 Bitcoins acquired at an average price of about $58,000 per coin. Yeah, that's right. MicroStrategy holds about 1.9% of BTC's total supply, and they're showing absolutely no signs of slowing down. Now, speaking of large quantities of Bitcoin, a wallet that's associated with Mt. Gox has once again captured the public's attention with a massive transfer of close to 28,000 BTC worth almost $3 billion. The funds were sent to an unidentified address on December 4th, and the transaction coincided with Bitcoin reaching an all-time high above $100,000. Now, it's worth noting that earlier this year, the Mt. Gox trustee confirmed that the company had already started repaying its creditors using both Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. This is a process which required creditors to thoroughly verify their accounts and register with one of several designated crypto exchanges to make sure that the distribution process is easier and smoother. It's interesting to see if these funds are part of the distribution and if it will have an impact on the current price action. Do you remember Verge? That's right, the XVG token that was popular back in the bull run of 2017 and the beginning of 2018 for that matter. Well, this week it exploded by almost 200%. And it's not just XVG. EOS soared by 70%, Dash is up by 60%, IOTA by almost 120%, and so forth. That's right, cryptocurrencies that were popular throughout the previous couple of cycles are trending right now in what many analysts are referring to as the dino trade. These are the so-called dinosaur cryptocurrencies that have seen little to no action since they were last popular during the previous bull markets. Speaking of dino coins, Ethereum has started to wake up and is up by about 9% in the past 7 days. It's inching closer to $4,000 and it's pretty much about time for ETH to move if you come to think about it. Ripple's XRP is the best performing altcoin from the top 10 and it's charted a massive 60% increase. It's very interesting to see if this trade will continue gaining traction or if it's just a temporary resurgence. And with this important news out of the way, what are we looking forward to in the coming weeks? What is next? Well, for starters, we have yet to see Donald Trump follow up on his plans to create a strategic national Bitcoin stockpile. So far, it appears that he has delivered on his promises, choosing a pro-crypto person for the role of the SEC chairman. However, we have yet to see if he will follow up on the others that he's made. Apart from this, it's interesting to see what will happen to the Mt. Gox distribution. A few $1 billion in fresh supply could potentially slow down the current rally, but the consensus is that things are looking pretty good right now. Follow Crypto Potato for more news and timely updates on the cryptocurrency industry.